Isn't that a beautiful scene? Just look at them all. Oh, there's more. There are more. Okay, so we're going to have a journal release today. These are Halloween journals. They are going up on my website today, and they are just ready to be seen and taken to a new home. So, for our journal release, we are going to start with showing these ones, because these ones here are all very similar. We've got this one as well. Okay. So these ones here are all similar. And then we have a couple that are different sizes that we'll do separately. Okay. So we have two that are with the witch, and she's really cool, and it says Wicked. Okay. All of these journals are fabric covered, and they all have, whoops, sorry. I just want to make sure we're good in frame here. And my tripod really wants to fall down and be stupid. I'm sorry. Okay. There we go. I feel like that's pretty good. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's do this thing, huh? All right. So we've got the witches. We have the pumpkin patch. We'll go through each one. We have two of the Are You My Pumpkin? Or You Are My Pumpkin. And we have all the candy. And that one's got a kitty on the front. There are 7 of these total. We will start by doing the dimensions. They are about 5 1/4. Right? 5. No, that's not right. 5 3/4 by 8. Okay. They all have a sari silk ribbon closure. They're sewn around on the inside, and they have a little grommet here to put the silk through, so you can easily take this out if you dislike the color that I chose, or whatever. You want to use a different closure, some string or something. That's fine too. So, scrapbook paper. These are awesome for like some sort of like an October daily. This is like a candy bag that I cut open with pinking shears for a pocket. These are pretty blank. They have some vintage book page in them. They have hand-dyed paper, all original. Some sewing inside, pockets. They're gonna each come with a little bag of goodies. See, I tried to have this be like fall vintage papers. There's the center of the signature. The other pocket. More hand-dyed paper, some scrapbook paper. The other side of that cute little bag. And this is a little book, a children's book about a little ghost. And hand-dyed lace doily paper. And that's the end of our book. So they're very short and sweet. And there are 7 of them, as I said. So I just did a quick decoration on the front. Added some, like a little bit of tulle, a little bit of this mummy cloth type deal. little accent. And that's about it for those. They will come with a little ephemera pack that'll probably have like maybe some stickers, die cuts, couple of little handmade pieces, some things to decorate with. And so yeah, those are just for a simple October daily, and they're all going to be a little bit different, but we are going to go through them a little bit quicker. There's the ghost page, the vintage book page, another little pocket just there, the hand-dyed paper, that's really cool. I embossed and then did like some printing on there. This pocket goes downward instead of up. Some digitals. This one's from Artie Mays that I printed out. Just very simple. There's a little flip out. Simple, elegant. They kind of have a cutesy vibe to them, like cute Halloween vibe. The fall flowers, just kind of wild sewing around to make that pocket. Hand-dyed paper, the other side of your bag. And these actually show like a little bit about how to make stuff. It was a craft book for the holidays, for Halloween time. So I thought that would be cute in there. I wanted to get this release out now because we are expecting a baby. And I'm about 6 weeks away from my due date. So I wanted to stock up the shop while I can because, you know, once he arrives, it's been about 11 years since I had a newborn. And we are going to have changes, and I'm probably not going to be listing things right away. His due date is actually 2 days before Halloween, so he could come on Halloween if he's late like all my other babies were. So here we go. Just a little behind the scenes type of deal for you there. I'm very excited to meet him. We got some sewing, just some ribbon and lace, and well, this is fabric, it's not lace. That's another digital. These are just cool fungi and flowers and things out of a vintage book. I thought they were really cool for this. The colors were right, so I added them in. Again, this is one of my favorite lace doilies to make coffee and tea impressions on paper with. So we're just going to flip through kind of quick because they're all about the same inside. That's a cool little idea though, that lantern that they made. Your treat bag, your vintage paper, and the little back flap. This, I thought either you can glue up here and here, and it can be a tuck, or you can actually glue or staple or washi tape on a paper or a flip out of some sort. I'll probably include something that you can put on there in the ephemera pack. This one is fully covered in that spooky cloth, so that's kind of cool. And this one has double sari silk. I don't believe they all do, but this one does. So they're nice thick pieces. And that's that one. Another You Are My Pumpkin. This is the fall leaf print It's a batik fabric, so that's really cool. Oh, you know what? I just had this rip. I just had that rip. Here, we're gonna tie that back together. Sorry, silk can sometimes be very frail. So we're just gonna tie that back together. They do make the sari silks out of all different old dresses and table linens and all kinds of stuff. So you never know if it's going to be really strong, durable sari silk or if it's going to be kind of more frail. They're all different. Kind of like journals. There's your pocket, or your treat bag rather. All of the information about these will be right in the description on my Etsy. The size and how many pages and stuff. And this is the back of the book. And that one is finished. So they're just really simple. I wanted to do something simple that would be affordable, so that you could have, you know, a little October daily for you. Again, this is one that has the full spooky cloth on it. This one says pumpkin patch. I really love the colors going on in this one. I'm gonna sit here for a minute, guys, while we go through this one. This one definitely has double silks too, because it is harder to get open. Ooh, I got that one tangled, that's why. Okay. Alright, so that one's got black sari silk. They're just really long on this one, that's what it is. So the middle part is also fabric to reinforce the book. That's a pretty nice hard book. Hand-dyed doily paper. The Ghosty book. More coffee-dyed paper. Vintage book music sheet. I then did stenciling on. Pocket going upward. That's cool. Just for the fall season, right? Vintage book page. More vintage book page. Hand-dyed paper. A digital from Artie Mays. I like this. Autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. So these are just pretty blank books so that you can do some writing. You can do your journaling. Excuse me. You can glue in pictures of trick-or-treating, or your house decorated, or somewhere special that you might have gone to the pumpkin patch or something. And I really just, I love books like this because I don't feel like it's daunting to like fill a book like this. There's beauty in giant books as well. And I do giant books often. I make them, and I also have some that I use and have tried to fill. But there is a beauty in just having simple, short little books like this too. This one is also pumpkin patch. I sewed that leaf right onto the book. Everything is sewn on, so like, you know, that's all. This is sewn on, and then this is backed after. And then we have the same matching leaf pattern of paper to go right down the center and reinforce that. So basically the same types of different papers. Like this one has the cool pumpkins and gourds for the scrapbook sheet there. This one's got a little tab. More coffee dyed paper, a little more scrapbook paper, coffee dyed. Artie Mae's digital. This is about the gourd shell. Use the safflowers, Spanish moss, kind of cool. Celebrate the beauty and mystery of autumn with everyone's favorite squash. Our pumpkin-inspired crafts are loads of fun to make and display from the 1st of October through Thanksgiving. So I tried to find papers like that for every book that would have something special and unique for the autumn season. See, like that? That's really pretty. And that is a cool vintage craft book page. And we're nearing the end. They do have quite a few pages in them though, considering that they are just a single signature book. I mean, I like this amount for my book. So I think it's 52 sheets front and back. That includes the half sheets and stuff too. But I believe it's 52 sheets front and back. So you have plenty of room if you want to do, you know, right along 2 pages. And this is our kitty one. And there's just like these little, I don't know what these, they're pom-poms is what they are. So they're kind of pinkish, and they've got this spooky cloth there, and then some tulle to match, black sari silk, and then we have a pink inside page. These are matchy to go with. It's the same paper collection from Frank Garcia. So I did that on the first page of every one. There's your little cut open treat bag, which is so cool. If I can get it open. Why am I having such a hard time with this? I should not be having such a hard time. Okay. There you go. And that'll have something in there when you get it, because that'll make it easier for you to open. So that kind of gives me a Beetlejuice theme, a vibe right there, with Beetlejuice coming. It is out now. I have not seen the Beetlejuice movie yet. I am a fan of Beetlejuice, but I have not gotten to the theaters yet. It has just been busy. Coffee dyed paper. That one came out really cool. And those are all the originals, like I said. There's skulls and leaves. Pretty cool. Vintage music sheet, vintage book page, scrapbook paper that just goes with that doily dyed paper that I did. And then the fabric ruffle right down there that I sewed. And that is the end of that book. This one even has a pocket in the back. So yeah, like I said, each of these books will come with a little bag of goodies to decorate with, and it'll just have a variety of stuff. So I guess we want to do this big guy next, is what we're gonna do, because it just feels like this one is calling to be done right now. This is going to come with this one. This is just some random little things that I put together. There will be another pack, too, for this big book. Okay, so the side is here. This book is, I think it's the biggest book I've ever made. So it has a 4-inch spine. Okay, 4 inches. It is just over 9 inches high. 9 and a titch. It has this clasp on the side that I'm trying to do. Okay. The front is blank. I want to make a note about the front of this book because this is a large book and it will be priced more than, small books like the ones we just went through, for instance. But I will do a cover on this of your choosing if you want, instead of it being plain. If you choose that you love this book, I can absolutely do a custom plaque for the front, like sew around a picture, an image of whatever. So this is, as I said, just over 9 by about 6.5 with the 4-inch spine. So this is our spine. I don't know if am I going to be able to get this whole thing in the view. Hang on. We're going to just go up a little because I don't think this one's going to fit into frame when it's all the way opened, guys. Okay. All right. I am just wanting to get this. Sorry, we're working on a little board here. I like this board for taking videos and pictures. Okay. Is that better? I feel like that's better. Okay. Yes. The whole thing fits. Okay, so for the side, here we are with the side profile. We're scooting in is what we're doing. And I have this garbage bag in front of me that is making it difficult to get where I want to get. So you can take this off with this clasp or with the safety pin. And then you're just going to undo that and undo this. Okay. So that is the beginning of the book. Let me move these ones because they're kind of in our way. Okay, that's better. That is better looking. Okay. I don't know if we can go through all of this book because this book is enormous. So we can try, but it is going to take, it's going to take some time if we try to go through all of it. So we have, I'm just going to start pulling things out. That's a homemade tag that I did. That's a photo of a cabinet card. Now it's gone. Oh, it's down in there. Okay. It is right down in there, guys. I might need... Well, maybe that shouldn't go down there. Okay. I don't think she's going to go back down there. She's going to go somewhere else. Okay. A cabinet card, a photo of a cabinet card. And then they wrote on the back. I don't know. So that was from a vintage sale. We have collage paper I did. Made a pocket. Did some stamping. There's a lot of sewing in this book. All of these pages are originally hand dyed by me. Vintage book sheet. Music sheet. Why do I call it book sheet every time? There's just a little bit of ephemera glued onto that one. That's a coloring page. Just this wander. This was actually a punch I did. Stenciling, hand dyed, more hand dyed. This is a pocket. Okay. Kind of a cool triple fold tag. Some little jars and tags cut out of cool papers, stuck in that little mushroom image. It says Lost in the Woods. This is very much like a grimoire themed witchy woods vibe book. That's just, I believe that's an empty envelope. Just for you guys to do something with. Collage on it, washi tape it. Put something special in there. This is vintage book page. I stamped and stenciled and also coffee dyed that paper. This is our second signature that we're in. Stenciling on top of the coffee dyed. This is just actual vintage writing paper. Another piece of the vintage mushroom book with some little cards in there that were just cute. They're like witchy themed. Flowers, because obviously that's to do with the woods. This just says Funeral Warehouse down at the bottom there. It's kind of a cool sticker from Tim Holtz. This is some collage strip I did, and that I made a belly band out of it. And then we have a little envelope I made out of fairy paper, because if you like witches, you probably know a little bit about fairies. I don't think this is a pocket. No, I didn't do this one as a pocket. I just glued that down. That one is also punched. Coffee dyed. Fabric ribbon. Nope, we missed something. Oh, yeah. This is a big tag that I made. Just a collage tag. Vintage stamp on there. Sorry Silk at the top. Little charms, an owl charm, and some beads. More of that vintage gardening book. This is collage paper that I made. That's the back of it. This is the third signature we're in. This is a pocket. Some digital owl paper pocket I did on top of coffee dyed, and you got an uninvited guest. And then we did some stenciling. So there's a lot of blank pages, and there's a lot of pages that have things going on in them in this one. These are tags that are tied together. I like that one. I did the little stuff around there. So that's that one. It's got a buck in the forest with the moons above, a Celtic knot thing around there. I believe that is Priscilla from Release the Craftins stuff. One of her digitals. This is a real vintage photo. I just included some random ones in there. I got a really nice big haul of them one day at a vintage sale. Just a little piece of writing paper. This is a pocket, obviously. Another pocket. This is a pocket in there, and then you can cover it up with this kind of cool alcohol inked cello paper stuff. I put that on there, sewed that. Vintage map. I think that one's from 1901. That's a pocket. That's a double pocket, actually. So these are sewn around. They have like the chalky paper that you can see through over top. Vellum, I believe it is. More of those, a vintage photo with a vintage postcard. Delhi, New York. And it's just, it's old. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what year. It looks like someone's child might have doodled on there. So that's cool. I really liked the aesthetic of that. We're on the 4th signature now. There's the rest of that map that folds out. That's a vintage something. It's from a collection that I got. This is a little pocket. Another little mini pocket right there with some things in it. Some stamping, vintage paper, coffee dyed doily paper, a mushroom. This is sewn around. I added this trim to our pocket. You can put stuff down in there. We are on the 5th signature. So this vintage book page about different funguses. It's from my mushroom book, as well as a vintage blank postcard. This one's got a pocket. These are all pretty much blank in this one, except then we get to the middle of the signature and we have a little pocket which has this card that pulls out. Sorry silk on the top, fabric ribbon, another collage tag. There's some pretty velvet tab, and then we've got more mushrooms over here. There's my hand-dyed doily paper, more of that, coffee dyed. This flips out. This is from, I forgot what it's called. But these were called plates when they would draw and paint these cool, like, wildlife images. And then they were in this really big book that I believe was also from 1900, 1901 perhaps, just like the map. So that's out of there. There's the back pocket, and we have more mushrooms. Okay, so this is where this book gets pretty interesting. As you can see, we're completely folded out there, but are we? So then it folds out again over here. Okay, and you have 2 more signatures. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 signatures right there. We did not go through these 2. We went through all 5 of those. Okay, I guess we'll go through this next. This here is I don't know, I just wanted to do this weird cool thing with these pockets. These are some printouts from Release the Craftin'. this one here that is an envelope actually. There's another handmade tag I did. That's just a single layer, but it's got a grommet. So I backed this one onto lemon whipped cream frosting. That's an old recipe that I had. I backed it onto there, did a little bit of collaging here. That flips out again. This here has little, a little accordion thing. I don't know if that's what it's called. It's like a little file you can put the things in. This is like a little envelope thing that's not really sealed. Okay, so that folds out. That one folds up, and that one folds out, and this one folds down. And then you have more pockets here, and I just filled them with little tiny tags and the jars and the cute little witchy ladies. Okay. So all of these open though. This one was made with vintage wildlife book page, so it's just got the trees. There's another one of those vintage photos that I got from the collection. That's done with a little paper clip. Okay. This actually folds out one more time. And then this is a pocket down here. That's a tuck pocket that you can just put things in. I've got a little card there for you guys. This is also a pocket. The envelope itself is a pocket. I just put this cute paper in. That's from Your Creative Studio subscription I used to get. I don't get it anymore. We're expecting a baby and I can't waste money on things that I don't need when I have like a room full of journaling stuff. So that is just a different envelope with Sorry Silk topped. This is Tim Holtz fabric tape that I taped that with. And I did that again. I did that front and back. So that's in there really nice. I really love using that tape, I gotta say. This is a cool envelope. It's got a really nice texture. There's another one of those vintage recipe cards. This here is just a piece of the paper that the Your Creative Studio stuff has topped, but it's very pretty, and so I just put that in there for you guys because, hey, this is a junk journal, and I just wanted to include some of my cool stuff. Okay, so there you are. So this goes back in like that, and then this one, I think, and then this one, right? Yes. Then we have this. So this is another, these here, these are actually 2 more signatures. They're not fully bound in though. These ones are very much like a traveler's notebook, and these are just papers. So if you actually wanted to take these out, you can just slide them out. I'm going to show you really quick. Because, I don't know, I was just trying to think of different ways to do a journal. So this is just a bunch of coffee dyed paper I did. And the doily printed one, tea dye, and then a digital. I think I made that digital myself. I'm about positive actually I did that one. Okay, and then this one's just very similar, but it's all coffee dyed paper, and just this little guy has a stamp right there. So that's just 5 more sheets, and they just pop right out so that you can use them here in the side ones, or you can take them out. And so the Sorry Silk is also removable. So you just have 2 mini signatures right there. This is an envelope that I did. I was making these envelopes for a while. I included one of them. It's got this really cool apothecary type fabric in there, and it's all completely lined with that. It also has this back pocket made out of lace, and that goes to the front as well. You can tuck stuff in both the front and the back. And then you have the big paper and fabric lined pocket. This was from like a vintage dress or something, I believe. And so I just made a ruffle out of that and did that. And then you wrap that around there. And then that can be tucked in here. So that's a really nice weight. It feels really good in the hand, that envelope. Here are our last two signatures of this giant book. I might do the other journals in a separate video actually, because this one has taken so long. I'm sorry about that. It's just there's a lot to go through here. So this has some of that cheesecloth. I dyed that myself to be that really cool mauve color. Another vintage postcard you can actually use. Are we good on screen here? Whoop. Yes, that's good. Sorry if that flipped for a second, didn't it? Okay, so there's more dyed paper. This is a little pocket. This is doily dyed with stenciling. This is collage sheet I did. This I just ran around that with different stamps to make it very outdoorsy and woodsy themed forest. I did this punch to add some interest. There's more of that vintage book sheet. Collage paper that I did. That has such a cool feel to it with all those pieces glued and collaged on there. Another one of my handmade tags with some eyelash trims and yarns at the top to add different interest to that one. This page has a charm with little trees, which is really cute. I like the little forest trees. And this here, I glued a bug and some sari silk, some vintage velvet. This is actually a little mini belly band, and I just included these little tags there. The colors just went so well. I needed to do a purple page. So you got this little butterfly and then this pocket at the top. And there's also a punch down here at the bottom. Another little woodsy stamp, stenciling, and that's all done on the collage paper. This is quite old. A cute little picture of that little baby. And this is, oh, I had it the other way. So that you can see through that. You can change out any pictures that you don't want or whatever too. If you just like that picture or any of the pictures, you can change them out. This is just a little cat in the moon. They have fabric trim sewn to them. More fabric trim sewn on. Another piece of that vintage, I don't know what that is. I couldn't tell you. This is the vintage mushroom book. More fabric trim up here. More stamping sewn around. I love the textural feel of all of this. It's really good. It's really, really good. There's my stamp. This is a moth with moons, and it says the end. And that is the end of this book. So it is huge. It will be up for sale in my shop. I hope you guys like it. I tied this. This can also come out if you wanted this this sari silk to come out, change it out for a different color or whatever. It is navy blue that fades into black. And I just have it in between those half sheets. I have it tied right there in between them. And that's about it. That's going to wrap it up for this one. So I flip this down, flip that over, and that's the cover as well. I didn't know if you guys saw this. This is the color of the actual inside. The interior of the book is all done in this cool mossy green rose print. Mossy green and black. Okay. There's more mushrooms at the front. So it's pretty cool. I really like how this one came out. It is, like I said, it's the biggest journal that I've ever made for sale. I made one similar size to this for myself out of like my kids' school things and then decorated it, but I never made one for sale that is this large, so I hope you guys like it. If anybody wants this guy, it's going to be up for sale in my Etsy. I can customize the front for you if you want this journal. It'll come with this plus a bunch more goodies that I just don't have them out right now. So that's going to wrap it up for right now. And I hope you guys like this video. Thanks so much for joining me. And I hope you have a great day. All right, it's Alicia from Huggable Earth. Check out the website if you want this guy or any of these ones, because they're beautiful too. Okay? And thanks so much for stopping by. See you later. Bye.